Hello and welcome once again to the Joint Venture for 22. As always, we've got some great programs coming up, things to get involved in, things to learn from, some really cool stuff. So enough of me, let's get right to it, shall we? As always, the Joint Venture Insider Show is brought to you by the Joint Venture Insider Circle. So we're going to lead off with our friends over there and the launch they are doing, which is starting just around the corner. August 23rd. That's next week. So the Joint Venture Insider Circle, if you are not familiar, if this is your first time watching, is a program that teaches you how to do joint ventures. So there was a time when joint ventures was the exclusive domain of a very small, exclusive group. You know, there are 50, 70, 100 people. They all had big lists, and it was kind of a private club. Well, in recent times, that's been a lot more democratized. A lot of people are getting into it. Some people are doing it really well. A lot of people are doing it really poorly, and a lot of people are trying it and kind of flailing around, not knowing what's happening, plus things are changing. So the Joint Venture Insider Circle is your place to learn both how to build a course, which is joint venturable, and then also how to find those partners, how to build those relationships, and how to take advantage of other people's audiences. Because there's lots of great ways you can serve your audience by promoting other people's stuff and their audience. Quite frankly, this show's a joint venture. Right? Everything on here, everything you see is an affiliate link. Anything you click on, a connection I make, there's a piece of that, and you don't mind, right? You're here because you want to find programs that you can promote and make a profit off of while serving your audience. So there's a lot of abundance that we can do in that way. So if you're not in the Joint Venture Insider Circle, I strongly encourage you to join. There's a link in the show notes on how to do that. And if you're familiar with it, then I encourage you to be part of the launch and promote the upcoming launch starting August 23rd. Also coming up, Jill Lublin's Publicity Breakthrough Challenge. So that is coming up very soon. All the details for that are, again, in the show notes down below. I did mention this last week. I'm going to mention it again because we often think of joint ventures as something for coaches, courses, programs, things like that. But you can joint venture anything, right? Laura DiBenedetto, she runs Sovereign Ammo down in Florida. She has a JV program. You can be an affiliate promoter for ammunition. If you have an audience that might be interested in purchasing ammunition, you can connect with Laura and do that. I actually recently got something from Capital One, right? I've got it. You know, what's in your wallet? Capital One. They have an affiliate program. If I send them people, they will pay me a commission for up to 5 referrals. Now, they don't play at the level that we do. They cap it at 5, which seems like a weird choice. But I guess it's so people don't game the system or whatever. But, you know, even mainstream companies are doing that. This is just what we do is we just do it at scale. We do it at a higher level, whereas, you know, those mainstream companies tend to do it as a side thing there. And by the way, if you're watching live, I am live today. So if you're watching live, feel free to post a comment. Feel free to share this, engage. I'm live. I'm here. You are too. Coming up also, James Lamb, 3 powerful secrets to make big money from small lists workshop. That launch is again starting next week. This is something we run into a lot. People say, I want to promote. I want to be involved in this. My list is 1,000, 500, 200, 100. How do I use that list? How do I engage with them? James is going to be teaching you how to do that. Again, links in the show notes for that. And not just for you, of course, but if your audience and your community is saying, I wish I could do more of this, but I have a small list. I don't have a 10,000 person list. People don't want to talk to me. This could be a great program for them to learn how to leverage what they have. Also, speaking of leveraging what you have, Jay Fairbrother is the profit architect. He's running Pricing for Profits. So this happens for a lot of coaches, a lot of program creators. They've got a program, it's great, and the price is set wrong. So it's a $1,000 program, a $2,000, $3,000 program. They're selling for $197, $97. They don't have that value ladder, so they're giving a lot of value, but they're not monetizing it. They're not capturing it. So Jay's going to be helping that. So if that's your audience, if your audience is people who have something to offer but don't know how to price it, don't know how to provide that value, then Jay's going to be doing that. It's only $497. It's a very low-cost program with a pretty solid commission of 40% there. So check that out. Jennifer Lyall, I should probably check the pronunciation on that. Jennifer Lyle, she's the Intuitive Business Mentor. She is doing Ready to Be Seen. It's a powerful 3-week energy clearing program for service-based entrepreneurs. That's starting at 9/3/22. So, again, information on that down in the show notes. And Lorraine Ellen Scott is doing has a program called Powerful Introvert Program. Now, I myself, as you know, I'm an extrovert. You may have figured out I'm an extrovert. Yes, this isn't like my energy and I then go rest. After I do this, I'm like, woohoo, because I'm an extrovert. But if your audience is not, if you have people in your audience who need a 3-day rest after they go to a single networking event, drained by meetings, who take too long to come up with their thoughts, all those different things, Lorraine Ellen Scott is working to serve them. Powerful Introvert Program. I know a lot of us have an audience like that, have those people in our audience. I'm going to be sharing this to my list because I know a lot of people in my audience say, how can I be like you? And the answer is you can't. If you're not an extrovert, you're not an extrovert. You're an introvert. So you want to be the best introvert you can. Don't try to be someone else. This is a bigger lesson than that. Bigger lesson than this. If you're an introvert, you're an introvert. If you're an extrovert, you're an extrovert. If you like writing, you're a writer. If you like being on screen, that's cool too. But understand what it is you want to be and be that. This is powerful. I don't see a lot of programs out there for introverts. So this could be a great thing, and definitely look into becoming a partner for that. Links in the show notes as always. So that's what we have for this week. This week's show is going to be a little bit short. We don't have a guest, but we will next week. You may recall Catherine Calhoun came on the show a few weeks ago because her launch was coming up. Well, her launch is now wrapping up, so she'll be back next week. I think it's next week, to talk about how it went, to give us some debrief on it, and to share some of that knowledge. So be sure to check that out. And Deborah Tudor says she's part innie and part outie, which I'm assuming is part introvert and part part extrovert. So I like the way you put that, Deborah. So thanks for engaging. And as I said, we are live usually. Sometimes there'll be shows when it's like live, so you'll think it's live, but this one we're actually live. So thanks for engaging before we went off the air. And as always, let me share some ways you can engage besides being on live here. If you have something coming up you'd like promoted on the show, guywhoknowsaguy.com/JVIS promo. The easier you make it for me, the more likely it's going to get on the show. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you have a system that lets you just give me an affiliate link, then we just got to cut and paste it. Bing, bang, boom, done. If you got a thing where I got to sign up and then I've got to wait and get a confirmation email and then click on a thing, and I still want to cover you, but it's entirely possible that will get delayed a week because I often, Wednesday mornings is when I do the setup work. So there's actually one person I was going to promote this week who we're going to promote next week because I realized I had to follow up and do a thing and click a thing to confirm it. And I was like, I say. But I do want to promote, share all kinds of different programs. Just one, to help give some exposure, and two, to share what's going on so you can get visibility and what do the other programs out there look like. So join us every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time zone, live. And you can, of course, reach me at michael@guywhoknowsaguy.com. So if you have a question, thought, idea, feel free to reach out to me that way. And of course, all the links that you need for everything I just talked about is down there in the show notes. Thank you so much for being on, not being on the show, for watching the show. Thank you so much for watching and participating, and I'll see you next week.